Okay, well, at some point I was going to have to rip the plaster off, and it is today that's going to happen. So if you've been keeping up, I decided to purchase a house that's been abandoned for the last 20 years in Rome, actually just outside of Rome in Marino. First thing I've been actually doing is I sketch a lot, trying to figure out what could be what rooms could be what. I guess today I was trying to figure out what equipment I needed to exercise a good renovation of the house, which might actually take me 2 or 3 years. I mean, no rush, but I wanted to try and improve what was put on the web with regards to renovating a house from start to finish. So me being me, and in this space for the last 20 years, digital nomadic CEO of a company. Thank you. Cheers, pal. I thought I'd take on this challenge more aggressively from a digital perspective and see if we could do it better than most. Cheers. So, a lot of people that are doing house renovations produce some amazing content. In my opinion, it takes a little bit, it's quite hard getting into some of the content, but I am told there is different types of consumers. But for me, I want to try and keep this interesting daily, and I want to try and give people insights into what was happening in my mornings, more real time. So I decided to use, I decided I was going to pick up with Mark Zuckerberg and try the Ray-Ban glasses. And the Ray-Ban glasses allow me to go live, take you more intimately into experiences, and we'll see what they can do. Like, I know the battery's going to be a challenge, but I thought it might be cool to do this in the morning. So I've kind of set Meta Glasses a task of supporting this process, and I'm probably going to need some updates, and I'm probably going to need some new glasses over the course of the term. Next thing is phones. So I have a UK phone, which is pretty much set up with a flight going out tomorrow to Rome. I've got an 8:30 flight. I'm currently in Ibiza. And I have a second phone, which is my US phone, because I work as a CEO in the US. So it's quite useful having two, because I can get to use different systems, and also I use them in different ways. I'll explain more as I go, but the phones are going to be something that I bring into play when I'm doing something with detail. So it might not be, I'm definitely not going to be using. So there's your first challenge, the Meta Glasses. I think that stopped recording at about 2 minutes. So that's interesting. They last on a 2-minute, unless I think you're live, they go longer. So this is going to probably be sewn together, but part of this video is me learning how to use the tech with which I have purchased. Getting back to phones, I like phones because people interact with you, you get to interact with them, and sometimes it creates photos, live, and videos that are more spontaneous to a situation. So phones are going to be brought out as and when, and at the moment I love the fact that when one runs out of power I can move to the one, but internet access is going to be a challenge. We'll get to that later. Tripods. Now, I've not really had a good solution for tripods yet. I am going to go more into tripods, but one of the things I did purchase this week was a gimbal. So I purchased the DJI Osmo Mobile SE gimbal. It comes, as you'd expect, as a fully functioning gimbal, and has a phone connector here, which is pretty satisfying when you connect it in, and it's currently off, but it comes with a tripod of sorts. So just put that in. So this piece of kit is going to allow me to do my live sessions on the table or wherever I decide to set up live for the Isabella Affair project. It's a pretty cool piece of tech. It comes fully charged, and if I put a phone into that, let's go and grab a phone. Let's get the phone the right way around for the start. But if I put a phone into that, it's pretty cool. This piece of kit, I've only been playing around with one today, but this piece of kit is pretty simple to use. I'd strongly advise using the instructions straight out the gate. But for example, there's the camera on. It has motors inside that allow you to do movements, which is pretty cool. If I hit that button, it's not connected, but this button actually turns it to the side. You can press record from here, zoom in and out, and also the button on the front allows you, using the app, to connect to movement. So if you've got something you want to focus on, you can actually connect and the camera will hold with you as you move. I'll bring you more information on that as we go. Going back to the rest of the kit, so the other big thing that I purchased was an Insta360 Go camera. I was gonna go with the classics out there, but Insta360 was in Vegas at the conference, and I just really liked what they were doing as a company. So I decided to go with it. I did say I was going to be connecting these videos together. If you get that dialogue, it's because I didn't do it very well, but if you don't hear this piece, then I've obviously figured out how to cut and match videos, something I don't know how to do today. Cheers. So, moving back to the Insta360 Go. So I purchased this because I just loved what Insta360 as a company were doing. And I just didn't want to get a GoPro. I don't know why, I just didn't want to get a GoPro. So it comes with the usual fun pack of stickers, instructions in all languages, and I'm probably going to need to read one thing, which is the Insta Start Guide. Hopefully it's short, because I like to figure stuff out pretty quickly. I've not got into this camera yet, but it looks pretty cool. Got the magnetic component, for putting behind your shirt. If you want to put it behind the shirt and have a camera on the front, that's pretty cool. There's also another item here which I think works as a clip, so you can clip it on your hat, so you can clip it onto a device. I'm pretty excited about that piece as well. This one is obviously the mount, and the mount can go directly onto here. Oh, if I can actually put it in there, so I can mount it into here, or I could actually mount it onto the tripod, and that mount spins round, and the camera itself is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It can pop out, so you can use this. It's fully waterproof, so this can go into water and the rain. It goes onto its main cab, and that cab, or that main camera, can just simply, when it's thrown around, the magnetics won't allow it. There you go. Super slick, super cool. And that basically, that camera there on the Insta360 Go 4K cam, I am planning on using that when we're renovating rooms or working on some part of the house. The idea is that we'll be taking a very, it'll be taking videos, or it'll be taking lapsed videos of events. Whilst I was just getting that sorted out, I did connect this item, so I mentioned that it sits like this. You can coolly move this around, which I think is pretty cool. You can also, if you press it once, it'll flip to me on the view. If you press it twice, it usually changes direction. And if I wanted to kick that off with a recording, I could just literally click record now, it starts recording, and I can click it and stop that recording. Taking it back to central, it does have other modes that freeze some of the arms, so it makes it a little bit more controllable when you're trying to do viewing. One of my favorites here is this one. You can actually do a full rotation of the camera in the 4th mode, which is pretty cool. And I have no idea what I'm going to use that for at the moment, but as with all things, I will attempt to use all of these features as part of documenting the house. So what else have I got going on here? I don't think I've got too much more. Revolt card, I pulled this out of a vending machine at the airport. You can never have enough currency cards, in my opinion. Passport, essential, as we're flying out to Rome, as I've mentioned, tomorrow. There's the flight booking out of Ibiza. Sunglasses, from we're not doing the Ray-Ban Live. And then, we had a few other pieces. Obviously, I'm picking up a huge amount of cables. So, immediately, I'm gonna need some sort of tech drawer when I get out to Rome for all the cabling. I'm obviously got my classics. They're gonna be great for doing phone calls and catching up. Laptop. This is a bit of an old laptop. I've had this quite a while. I love it because I had this extension on it to hold my laptop when I'm working. And yeah, lucky number 13, reminds me of my birthday. I had this with a good friend in the Ritz in New York, and trying to keep myself in the moment, but keeping, you know, remembering people that are helping me along the way. So that's the laptop that's going to get used. Obviously, I need some more kit once we get landed. And this is the final bit of kit that I purchased. This was suggested to me. They're wireless microphones. These are pretty cool pieces of kit. Simply allows me to have a remote microphone. And the thing for that is if I want to do interviews, if I've got someone about, or if I'm using this camera and I'm far away from the camera, maybe I'm in the garden digging, maybe I'm with, you know, at a tree, maybe I'm up a tree, maybe I'm in the garage, whatever. I can actually connect all this kit and I can have a microphone physically on me whilst I'm much further away from the equipment, or I could put this onto someone else and actually have a conversation away from the camera with high quality voice over this microphone. So again, it's another item that I purchased. I have not, listen, all this stuff's brand new, as you can tell by the boxing and the wrapping, but that's it. I just thought I'd start with giving everyone a sense of the equipment that I'd picked up. And yes, for those that are keen observers, we haven't purchased the house yet. This is just me preparing to get to the house tomorrow. This is purchase week. So we are going to be traveling through to Rome. We have a shopping list of things we've got to pick up and get sorted.